listening to the Sportz Nuts.
Hey, welcome to the Sportz Nutz, y'all. Yes, today is episode 154. We're literally on the door. Next episode, which will be on Tuesday, will be the season finale. But man, what an eventful last 24 hours. Well, technically eventful last few days, but more specifically, the last 24 hours. As you guys see, I'm home. I made a mad dash to get home today to be able to help my wife. Unfortunately, she ran over a screw mat, and I promise you, where it hit, it's the sidewall, which basically you can't fix it. It's done. So I had to drive home as fast as I could, and I got here and was able to pick the kids up from school. They were really excited about seeing Daddy, but yeah, it was crazy. So how are you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Going through, life's ups and downs as we all do, man. But just keeping it, positive, keeping it positive, man. Of course, my luck with cars and stuff, but I swear to God, man, it's crazy. For those who don't know, man, I've been through 15 cars, man, something like that, Brandon, in the last 20 years or something like that, dude.
Yeah,
my luck with cars are just the worst, man. And it's like crazy things. Like I'm driving in a car and then my brakes just fall out. Or I'm
driving down to St. Petersburg, Florida, with 7 cans of DOT or .3 brake fluid to keep your car from crashing as you're driving down there.
Brake fluid just pours out. Or things like I'm going to take a turn one day and my wheel just kaputs and falls off. I mean, I have the worst luck with cars, guys. Worst luck with cars, to the point where I even took some time off, man. It was like, I don't even want a car. I will just Uber everywhere for a certain point in time.
And then you realized how expensive that got.
So but the crazy thing about it is now I'm like, you know what, let me try this car thing again. Let me do this. And I get me a nice luxury car
Mercedes-Benz
off the lot. Guys, it wasn't even 24 hours and the check engine light comes on. So I mean, it's like, what do I do here, man? Like what can I do here? So I have the worst luck with cars, and I don't know why. I don't know. I think I kind of ticked off the car gods somehow, some way.
Some bad juju going on there with the cars,
man. But it's only I have great luck in everything else. Everything else I'm fine with. It's just when it comes to automobiles. Automobiles are my Achilles heel.
What'd you do to in your past life to have the car?
I don't know, man. In my past life, you know what? In my past life, I must have been one of those people that was advocating against the automobile. I had to have been one of those guys. No, say no to the automobile. I had to do something, man, because, man, it's stressful. Even though the situation now with the car and the checker delay has worked out and there's a solution and it was something beyond my control and I'll be back happy in about 10 to 12 days. But man,
it's gonna be funny though. In 10 to 12 days, you get the car back and you go right back into there again because you did something to it.
Well, hey, man, warranty, man. That's the beautiful thing about warranties. They gotta keep fixing it until they get it right.
Yep, that's right. Or they call it lemon.
Yeah. They gotta keep fixing it. Or let me. I want that car. That's the car I want. That's the car I picked out. That's the car I want. So, man, just going through that, man. Just like, of course, I'm not surprised. But other than that hiccup, man, I'm still doing the thing, still being a girl dad, still enjoying the sports right now. Still, just sitting back and trying to enjoy life as much as I can and keep out looking from a positive perspective. So.
Amen on that one. Shout out to everybody in Terrell, Texas, who is watching, or excuse me, who is listening tonight on 95.5 KFCE or TigerNation.live. We absolutely appreciate y'all. If you can, head on over to the YouTube stream at the Sportz Nutz 176 and just see how silly Matt and I are. Shane will be joining us later. He's doing a couple things, but yeah, he will be joining us. But tonight, guys, we have a fun episode. For episode 154, we're talking about the FCS. What? We're talking about the FCS. Yes, we are. The FCS Top 25 poll has come out. And we are. Hey, go Tigers. And we are excited talk to them about you. And I'll put the picture up, and I want you guys to tell me what you think. Should they move some names around even? So we'll talk a little bit about that one. And then, guys, week 3 of the NFL has come and gone. And look, week 4 has started. And there are actually several surprises on this list. They're still winless, and yet they still have a chance to make the playoffs. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that one. Matt and I will also cover the college football pick'em challenge that we do. We're going to pick the top 15. Well, I'm going to pick the top 15 games, and you guys tell us what you think. And I'm going to throw a couple FCS games in there because tonight is the FCS coverage. And then Matt is going to have a sports story. When Shane comes on, he should have a sports story as well. And then we have our ever favorite, the honorable mentions. Yes, we're gonna talk about our honorable mentions, where we just give like shout outs to important sports stories that not many people have covered. So we'll talk about that one, and we're gonna have you guys to interact with us. And just remember, next Tuesday is the season finale of season 4 of the Sportz Nutz. We do have the Kentucky Barrels. The arena football team is coming on, and then we're going to take a week off and come back on the following Tuesday, the 7th of October. And season 5 is going to be absolutely electric, and we cannot wait on that one. All right, let me pull up the list here. Let me get it. This is what it is. Study it, look it, love it on it. The FCS top 25 poll is out, and I gotta say, I'm actually pretty proud of some of the names on this list. But what I want to know is, did they rank every team correctly, or are there some names that you would move around? Matt, you see this list. It's actually a pretty good list. The most notable name is on there. Obviously, the first 2 is North Dakota State and South Dakota State. But just look also, both Montana and Montana State are mentioned on there. However, scroll all the way down to number 25, the smallest school in all of Division I. Yeah, this is real. This is the smallest school. Presbyterian College. They've won 9 straight, dating back to last year, and they are finally ranked. But Matt, you see this list. What do you think about this? It's like, is there any names that you would move around? What do you think?
Oh man, for the most part, I'm looking. I will maybe move West Georgia and Villanova maybe up a few spots, but other than that, man, it seems like they kind of got it on. I'm very surprised at Presbyterian though, man. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked because they're not good, but I'm surprised to see them there. And Idaho's is pretty up there, man. Higher than I thought they would be.
All right. Well, I can tell you this, Matt. Idaho is no pushover. Remember, Idaho used to be part of the Western Athletic Conference, and the WAC conference, and now they're, as you know, the WAC conference is basically dead on arrival kind of thing. But there's all. What else do you notice on this besides number 1 and number 2? What else do you notice on there that's actually pretty cool to see this? Look at number 14 and then look at number 17. How cool is that? Both North and South Dakota are represented heavily on this poll, and I'm really excited about it because North Dakota, the Fighting Hawks, they're actually pretty fun to watch. I got the chance to watch a couple of their games. They're pretty cool when they come on TV. Villanova, I'm right there with you, man. If I were the poll gods, as they are on this one, I would move Villanova up. I would even move West Georgia, which, by the way, Matt, congratulations goes out to West Georgia. Why? Because this is only their third year full time as an FCS member. And just so you guys know, in 2 years, they make the jump to the FBS level. They're supposedly joining the Sun Belt Conference. So, this definitely is an indicative of quality talent out there. I mean, we're just looking at the list right here, as you just alluded to with Presbyterian. Congratulations to them. But Lamar, didn't they got blown out a couple weeks ago, and they're on this list. Congratulations goes out to them. And UC Davis is on there. Like, that team is moving over to the Pac-12 2.0 next year. So this is their last year in the FCS realm. But, there are so many names on this list. All right, let's just, for bleeps and giggles, North Dakota State and South Dakota State have had conversations with the Mountain West Conference, and it is pretty promising. However, both Montana and Montana State have also had conversations. Ralph, good to see you, buddy. Have had conversations with the Mountain West Conference about moving in there. So a lot of moving pieces are still in it because Tarleton State, Matt, they're fairly new in the realm of the football world, and they're talking about moving to the Pac-12 2.0. What does that say to you about these teams? Could we see more dominoes fall, though, with regards to current teams who are in the FCS top 25 making that move up to the FBS level?
As far as football goes, man, you'll less likely see it. I don't think you'll see as much as you would like to see, due to the fact, in football, man, no matter what, no matter how good you are, you're staying 3 years in football. It's not like basketball where you can go jump ship after 1 year. So you're talking about a crazy competitive advantage from an athletic standpoint at the bigger schools, SECs, the Pac-12, as it may be. So maybe on this list, maybe not just this list, but maybe you might see one or two every few years, that kind of thing. But I don't think it'll be a consistent thing like so far in basketball. I don't think it'll be like that.
You possibly are. Look, Sacramento State's on there. For those who don't know, Sacramento State is moving up to the Pac-12 next year. So this is also their final realm of, final time they're going to be in the FCS. But just a lot of high quality teams on there, and I'm really extremely proud of the fact that they're now publicizing this poll regularly. But I definitely, like I said, I really want, if we can, tip our metaphorical caps, please, to Presbyterian College. I mean, they did the unthinkable. They went into Mercer to start the season, who was the number 11th ranked team in the nation at the time, and they beat them at home 15-10. Well, okay, that's a good win. Let's see how it goes next. The next game they play at Furman, and they beat Furman in overtime by 39-38. That's when you starting to wonder. Well, guess what? Just when you thought that was interesting, no, the next game they win 76-3. This school is absolutely going in the right direction. So shout out 100% to literally to the Presbyterian, but all these teams, great quality teams. I'm excited. Matt and I will tell you guys we're very excited at the future, what's going to hold for a lot of these schools. So just, if you guys can, just know that, yeah, there still is FBS quality opponents, but you know what though? FCS is coming up right there. And as everybody knows, if you don't know, 2007 was a remarkable year for an FCS team, Matt. What did they do when they went into a specific place and they upset them?
Oof.
It was App State at Michigan. They went into the big house and they upset them there. So congratulations to all those who are mentioned. We absolutely are excited. All right, so let's go to the next topic right here. This is the playoff chances for the NFC, okay? Matt, I'm going to get my finger right there. Look what this one team name is mentioned on there. And you're wearing the jersey. The Atlanta Falcons, according to this list, have a 5.3% chance. But look all the way down to the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints have a chance to make the playoffs. But then did you see also the New York Giants? Like, Matt, what do you think of this list?
Remember, it's real early, man. First and foremost, about those Falcons, man. If you look on the other side, you see what team has a 64% chance to get in, and that's the Washington Commanders. They play the Commanders this weekend, and by all likelihood, they should beat them. There's no Jaden Daniels and there's no Terry McLaurin. If the Falcons lose this game, you'll definitely see some heads rolling. on this one.
You'll be seeing those pink slips.
There's no excuse for the Falcons to lose with no Jaden McDaniels and no, Terry McLaurin. You cannot. I repeat, you cannot have Marcus Mariota and Dan Quinn come in here and beat you.
Yes.
Without
the star players.
You cannot have that happen. If that happens, you will see heads roll. You will see heads roll. If
I promise you, Terry Fontenot's got a pink slip ready to give to.
I won't even say
Fontenot.
The coach will go before Fontenot.
He has that pink slip ready to give to Raheem Morris if they lose.
I won't get. Fontenot's been actually decent and all right. Fontenot's been all right. It's just the head coaching. So that can change. That can change ASAP. That can change in the win, man. It's still early, man. We're only week 4 now.
Yeah.
So hey, man, by week 7, you kind of know 6, 7, you kind of know who's gonna be the front runners.
Yeah, you know who the zeros and the heroes are.
Man. By week 6, 7, you'll know what's going on. So we'll see. By all accounts, Falcons should win it, and they should be 2-2. They should be back to 500, and same thing with the Washington Redskins. They should be knocked down a peg. So, but it's gonna happen, man. Things are gonna happen. Teams are gonna lose.
But how about the fact that Tampa Bay has a higher percentage right now than the Philadelphia Eagles?
Tampa Bay hasn't really played anybody, to be honest with you, man. I mean, they played the Falcons and they beat the Falcons when they really shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have beat the Falcons that game, and then they beat the Jets when they shouldn't have. Yep. So it is what it is. It's football. Any given Sunday. But they face a real defense today. They face an actual playoff defense for the first time this year. So they're going to face them, and then we'll see what's up. I don't think the Eagles defense isn't as soft as the previous predecessors that played the Buccaneers. But I do think that Tampa Bay put up a fight, but Tampa, and then Mike Evans getting hurt. Not only did that free up Emeka Buka, it left him in one-on-one coverage a lot with the safety shadowing towards Mike Evans. I don't know if Mike Evans is going to play or not. If he's not, then it's going to get ugly. But if he plays, they can at least keep the defense honest.
Is Russell Gage still playing for the Buccaneers, or is he done?
Doubt it. I think he's out the league now, bro.
Wow.
I think he's out the league now. So we'll see what happens, man. But I think Philly's gonna dismantle them and bring them off that high horse. Don't get me wrong, though. Baker's having a heck of a season, and I'm not just saying that because of the division rivals. I like Baker. He's having a great season, man. Probably one of the most clutch QBs in the league right now. If it's a fourth quarter drive and Baker got the ball, what's about to happen.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's still a bad defenses he was playing against. Bad and young defenses that he was playing against. So
hey, Ralph.
Yes, Ralph.
We know that.
Ray Charles could see that one, man. Ray Charles could see that one. But hey, man, they looked bad last week. But if they lose this week to Dan Quinn and Marcus Mariota, if they come in here and they beat the Molly-whopping Falcons, you best believe Raheem Morris ain't making it back on that plane.
I wouldn't even let him out. I wouldn't even let him out of that locker room. Be like, no, you're staying here.
Like, hey, bro, you got to take that train home, man.
Take the Greyhound home. What are you talking about, the train?
Well, actually, they play at home. I think they play at home.
They play at home. I would still tell him to take
you can't even come back to
Greyhound.
Flowery Branch, man. You might as well just go ahead and go be a D coordinator somewhere, brother.
Ralph said, I do not think Raheem Morris is a great. So Raheem Morris is not a fan favorite. He is a player favorite. He is not a fan, but nobody, Matt, we even tell we Falcons fans do not like Raheem Morris.
I mean, he's a cool person. It's just that there's a lot of it was like that. What was that other coach we had that kept having the timeout issues, man? It was like Dan Quinn. At the same time, man, Dan Quinn was able to kind of come back and get it.
He was able to balance it out.
Yeah. So he's doing a good job with the Commanders. Dan Quinn is doing a heck of a job with the Commanders. More power to him. But in this instance, man, sometimes guys just ain't it, man. I mean, we can't even get our timeouts down. We can't even get our timeouts.
Get a play call down correctly.
We can't even get the plays in on time, bro. Yeah, Arthur
Smith was terrible. Oh
Arthur Smith was bad, but the reason Arthur Smith was bad the reason Arthur Smith was bad is because Arthur Smith thought he knew more than everybody else. Arthur Smith thought he was the smartest person in the world. That was Arthur Smith's problem. So, man, I think I'll tell everybody this: we should have gave Bill Belichick what he wanted. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm always no, because you know why? Those players, he would have had those players respect. He would have came in and had those players respect. Everybody would have respected him.
But we'd be looking at a new head coach next year because
would we?
Yes,
would we?
We'd be lucky to win 4 games.
I tell you this right now: if Bill Belichick came in here, he'll be the best coach that the Falcons ever had.
No, Dan Reeves was the best coach the Falcons have ever had.
I love Dan Reeves.
Remember, he did the Dirty Bird dance with Jamal Anderson.
Love Dan Reeves.
But I tell you this, should be better this week.
I'll tell you this: if Bill Belichick was the coach, the players would be getting on time with 8 seconds to spare. By the time our rookie QB, he's really technically a rookie. By the time he's finished calling out the play and doing his adjustments and doing his motions, it's time to snap the ball. Yep. So hey, man.
Yeah, and that really got me frustrated though, Matt, when I saw Penix doing this.
I saw your text messages, man. You're like, I can't believe this. I wasn't even paying attention to the game anymore, man. I was out of it at that point. I'm like, I'm not wasting my time watching this. This is wild. Boys can't even get to the 30 in Carolina. And it was with Bijan and with Drake London and with Kyle Pitts and with that offensive line
stat for you.
And with the 2 1,000-yard running backs, bro.
I got a crazy stat for you. How about this?
What's that?
Kyle Pitts, which I never thought I'd say. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Darnell Mooney don't have a touchdown pass at all. Michael Penix only has 1 touchdown pass right now. That's insane. Think about that for a second. Drake London is rated as one of the top 30 wide receivers.
Peep this though. Michael Penix touchdown pass. You know who it came to? Who it came from?
It came to Bijan
Robinson.
Yep.
What was that? I think it was against the Vikings. No, it was first game of the season. Mm-hmm. That long pass play in the beginning. That was it. So that's it. That's coaching, man. That's coaching. Those are plays.
That is strictly on the coaching right there. I mean,
that is plays.
It just straighten it up. That's all we gotta say. Straighten it up.
All right, it's week 4. It's week 4, man. Should have been. See, what they should have did was let Penix play in the preseason. That's what you should have did. Why is he not playing preseason?
Why do we have this issue every year though about should have played X, Y, Z in the preseason and they never do? Atlanta is so known for not playing the players that necessarily have to play in the preseason, and then it said,
Mahomes suited up for the preseason. Mahomes played in the preseason. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
If we want to start being a championship team, we got to start thinking like a champion. And that's why I want to build Belichick in here, because he knows how to win. He knows what it takes to win. Nobody in our organization knows what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Nobody. Not one.
That's true.
Not one. So
it's frustrating. As you guys see, we're frustrated. We Falcons fans are really agitated. Hey, real quick, before we go on to the next story, Shane alluded to this recently, but we're gonna do it again. Today is exactly 1 year ago since Hurricane Helene devastated the Western North Carolina region and all of the upstate of South Carolina. I was part of that devastation. We lost our fence in the back and we lost all of our food. Well, we must have really angered the weather gods, because another hurricane is slated to happen. Yes, Monday and Tuesday. It's a really weird situation. It's called the Fujiwara effect, where you have 2 hurricanes that come, and it's literally they're coming right together. Well, the one that's further out towards the Bermuda is gonna get wrapped in just a little bit enough with this hurricane that's going to hit the South Carolina region, and it's going to slingshot the one that's going towards Bermuda. It's going to slingshot it out here fast as can be. So Bermuda will get hit by this hurricane. However, it's going to be real fast. Well, the hurricane that is slated to hit us is going to make its move. It's going to be pushed towards the South Carolina coast. Well, guess what? Then it's going to stall out before it allows a frontal boundary to pick it up and move it again. Well, it's going to dump torrential rain on the South Carolina coast. They're saying up to 20 inches expected in rain. And then where I'm at, they're saying between 5 and 12 inches of rain. Yeah, it's not going to look pretty. So if you guys can keep everybody in the Western North Carolina region and the upstate of South Carolina and the entire state of South Carolina in your thoughts, because the hurricane is definitely, this hurricane season finally is waking up. And as you know, when good things must come to an end, it was good not having anything. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. All right, Matt, you have a sports story. Before we go into our pick'ems, I would love for you to talk about your sports story. So please unmute your mic and have fun, sir. You like I always tell you to unmute your mic.
Yeah. I know. No, man. I want to say it's a story. But I kind of want to touch on something. Is usually you guys don't see me talk about baseball a lot, but I kind of wanted to kind of touch on the Detroit Tigers' historic collapse. People you gotta understand the Detroit Tigers. They once held a commanding 9.5 game lead in the AL Central.
I thought it was 15.
You know what?
It was a 15.5 game lead.
It was, and then got down to a 9.5 as recently as September 10th. The Tigers have since lost 8 straight, and they've seen their division lead evaporate. Got people, coaches saying it's mental fatigue. I think it's mainly roster construction. The depth, the bullpen injuries as well. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy to see a lot of these collapses, man. So, the main thing herein is, and you kind of see it, like we see it with the Mets every year, man. We see so this
is the Metropolitans. Uh-oh.
Big
Matt.
Oh man,
there you go.
Okay, there we go. Come on back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Am I good?
Yeah.
You good? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Yeah, man. It's just one of those things, man, that it's just one of those, one of the biggest meltdowns that we've seen, man. During the game, I actually kind of tuned in to that 8th straight loss. And their first baseman, Spencer Torkelson, I think is his name. You just look on his face. When he watched that ground ball kind of spin off his glove. When that ground ball
spin off his glove, like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's the same thing, man. Same thing. I mean, it's just an epic collapse, man. That we're starting to see a lot of, man. And trust me, guys, I've been on the worst end of one of probably the most epic collapse you've seen in a football game. So,
we're not going to talk about that either.
Yeah, sorry, Brendan. But I mean, Brendan, my question kind of to you, man, is what causes, like a lot of these baseball teams, football teams, what causes the epic collapse? And baseball, is it baseball to play 160 games? Is it fatigue? I mean, if it's fatigue, then how come all the teams don't suffer from fatigue? Like, what causes a lot of these collapses where teams fall for 8 straight games, 9 straight games, 10 straight games after winning so many straight games?
Oh my God, I don't know. It's such a weird phenomenon. Of course, we are so used to seeing it happen year in and year out with the NL East. And who are we talking about? We're talking about the New York Mets. I mean, example, folks, a couple years ago, they go and they spend $600 million and then miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
So then they go and they get Juan Soto, who said he's going to lead the Mets to the promised land, and they have a real good chance of going to Cancun instead of going to October, which I don't know. It's so weird that certain thing, and like we've alluded to this last episode with the Atlanta Braves, that they're not going to win 14 in a row, but dadgum, Matt, they won 10 games in a row after they were eliminated from the playoffs. Like, come on, folks. What goes in the mind frame of every team? When you necessarily need it is when you don't deliver, but when you don't need it is when you deliver. It's so bizarre. And again, a good friend of ours, Mark Ryan, he alluded to how the Detroit Tigers are one of the best teams. Phenomenal. Scooble's a great pitcher, everything. I mean, they can't find. They couldn't catch a win if it was literally right in front. Remember that old State Farm commercial where he's like, "Oh, got you $1," and he's hanging it over by the fishing pole. That's kind of like what it is with W's with regards to the Detroit Tigers. Oh,
Yeah.
almost there. But I don't know. They play 162 games in like a 3-month period. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But these guys, they have done this for such a long time. I don't necessarily think it's fatigue. Now, fatigue does play a role in anything.
Yeah.
Anybody can be tired at any time. But
Absolutely, man.
I don't know. I can't quite understand. I mean, let's just look at the weird anomalies that have happened this year. The Colorado Rockies absolutely fell off the rocker, and they look like a JV high school baseball team this year. They look terrible. Okay, well, let's go and let's continue on in the West Coast area. It took a catcher who has the nickname of the Big Dumper to have the chance to pass Roger Maris's home run record, which was 60. Yes, I know it's been passed. I'm not saying anything. I know it's been passed already by several others, but a guy from Seattle, well, technically he's from North Carolina, but he has a chance to surpass Roger Maris. It's insane. All right, well, let's go back and look at continuing the West Coast. The Dodgers, yes, they just wrapped up their 10th or their 5th straight NL West division, but it took a while. Shohei Ohtani he's good, but he's not that great player that he was last year. It's so weird. Well, then let's go to the East Coast. We know what happens traditionally every year. And here's the crazy stat, Matt, also, is everybody says, and we even said this towards the middle of this year, we're just waiting for that epic collapse to happen for the Mets. It's going to happen. We all said, I don't know if it's going to happen. And, well, it happened. The Mets are in real danger of missing the playoffs. Then look at the Atlanta Braves. For the first time since 2017, they're not going in the postseason. But then they go on this 10-game win streak. They could finish, I mean, they're losing to the Pirates now, but they could theoretically finish 12-2 of their final 14 games. Like, that's insane. And, of course, the whole situation going on in the state of Florida with baseball. I mean, the Marlins, they were hot. Remember, Matt, do you remember the Miami Marlins? They were one of the hottest teams this season, and they're not going to they're not going to go to the playoffs. They absolutely laid a fat goose egg when they needed it not to happen, and they're going to miss. And we don't know what's going on with the Tampa Bay Rays. Are they going to are they going to stay in Tampa? Are they going to go to Orlando? Are they going to go to Jacksonville? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with them. And then last but not least, the Baltimore Orioles, one of the youngest teams literally in all of baseball, had such amazing promise to start the season, and they absolutely stunk it up in the worst way possible. So I don't know if maybe it is a little bit of mental fatigue. Maybe it is a little bit of getting in here. You know what I tell Addison at every game? I said, get out of here and just go have fun. Maybe a lot of players, they are in their minds and they know they shouldn't, and they got themselves caught, and now they're just they absolutely stunk. I don't know. It's so weird, but I just can't, for the likes of me, understand what's going on with obviously the Detroit Tigers having this massive collapse against the Cleveland Guardians, which, by the way, do you remember that movie Major League Baseball? How the Cleveland Indians, they absolutely were terrible, and the guy just a bit outside, Mr. Baseball himself. Well, and then they're making fun of it. Well, now there is this running meme / joke on Twitter. It's what baseball season started, and the Guardians were terrible, and then now they're going to the playoffs, and it's just so weird. I don't know. It's absolutely insane. Baseball is, how they say football is a game of inches? Now baseball is absolutely a game of inches.
Yes,
one half, 2 steps too late, and you absolutely are bad, and one too early, you're really good. It's a fine line. I don't know. All right, so let's go to our next topic on here. This is our favorite thing we like to do. Is the college football pick'ems. Look, we have our pick'em challenge going out. If you would like to sign up, let me know by sending us a message, either on the stream, or if you can't, email us. Our email is up on our Facebook page. Brandon Keeler on radio@gmail.com. Send me a message and say how I'd like to join the Pick'em Challenge, and I'll send you the games that we're highlighting. It's 25 games to highlight that we do on the Pick'em Challenge, but this we're going to cover 15, and we're going to cover 2 FCS. So what I will do is I will give the game, and you give me who's going to win and what your possible score is. So we're going to start actually with Matt's team, which, by the way, shout out to Georgia Tech. They're 4-0. They're 16th ranked. They're taking on Wake Forest. Georgia Tech is favored pretty significantly, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
The game starts tomorrow at 12. Who do you got? Georgia Tech. I kind of think I know you're going to Georgia Tech, but Georgia Tech and Wake Forest. Who do you got on that one?
Let me write these down so I can text them to you so you can have them too, man. Georgia Tech versus Wake. I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech on this one, man. I think Georgia Tech, they're going to, I won't say mollywop, but they're going to have their way. And they can kind of, they'll get about 3 touchdowns going into the fourth, and they'll simmer down. And then, Wake will probably score a couple of garbage points. So I'm gonna go with Georgia Tech winning here, 38-21.
I was gonna say 35-21. Georgia Tech, absolutely. So great game. It's gonna be a lot of fun. For those who are going, if you just it is supposed to rain. So get your ponchos and everything ready. Let's go to the next game. Number 21, Southern Cal is traveling to Champaign, Illinois, to take on number 23, Illinois. Now USC's favorite. I'm not sold on Lincoln Riley. I'm going to say Illinois actually wins. They got their backsides handed to them last week in a 59-10 mollywhopping. But Matt, what do you think? USC or Illinois?
I'm gonna go with USC because I think when you get beat down like that, either one of 2 things are gonna happen. Either you're gonna wake up and you're gonna play some ball, But usually after you play an opponent that's capable of beating you down like that, you usually play some kind of fodder. They're not playing fodder. They're playing the team just as good as them, if not kind of equal to them. So I don't think Illinois is going to recover. I think USC is going to beat them. I give it to USC 28-21.
It'll be a close one. This next one, the reason why I choose them is because, Matt, they are from your native state, is Rutgers taking on Minnesota. Mm-hmm. I'm going to lean. I want to lean in the way of Minnesota, but I'm going to say Rutgers wins. But I'm going to say Rutgers wins by like 21-17 type of score. What do you think?
I agree with you, man. I think it's going to be more like a 17-14 game, maybe a 20-17 type game, man. But I'm going to go with Rutgers too.
Duke and Syracuse. Syracuse, as you guys know, they laid the hammer last week against Clemson. They're at home at the Carrier or the Wireless. I'm about to say the Carrier Dome, the Wireless Dome, JMA Wireless Dome. I'm gonna still call it the Carrier Dome, but I don't know. I think Syracuse. Yes, Duke is favorite. I think Syracuse absolutely comes ready to play. I could see a 38-31 type of score for Syracuse. What about you?
Oh yeah, man. Coach Fromm is not playing.
And he's listed as like what 5 of the 6 possible programs that are needing coaches. He's listed as the favorite.
Yeah, man. So great coach, keeps it real. Man. I'm gonna go with Syracuse on this one, but I think Syracuse is gonna come out. They're very well disciplined. They're playing very good football. They're playing solid football this year, man. A lot better than they usually do. I know they don't have their quarterback Kyle McCord anymore, but man, they were able to kind of transition from that nicely. So as Kyle McCord is, winning me some matches in Madden, as I got him as my franchise quarterback, I was able to make a trade for him, got him as a steal, and then just upgraded him.
Trey Penix Jr.?
No, I'm not the Falcons. In this league, I am the Raiders. So,
the Raiders.
Hey man, the Raiders. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Syracuse on this one. I think Syracuse wins big. Like, give me 34-17.
Oof. All right, this next one, I'm actually. It's another TNT matchup. They're playing in Lawrence. It's Kansas is playing host to Cincinnati. Kansas is favored. I'm going to go with Kansas, absolutely, but I'm thinking like a 38-34 type of score.
Yeah, this one's going to be a close one, man. Again, you're talking about teams that know each other. So I can see Kansas pulling this one off like a field goal at the end. I'll say 24-21.
Okay. South Alabama, the reason why I give them is because I am from Mobile, Alabama, but they're playing They're traveling out to Denton, and I don't know if people follow South Alabama on Twitter. They're talking a little bit of smack, but North Texas is undefeated. They're literally on the outskirts of the top 25. I'm going to say North Texas absolutely, and I hate saying this, but I think North Texas absolutely waxes the floor. I could see like a 44-10 type score because North Texas has come to play this year.
Yeah,
They
man.
absolutely have come to play.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. That's a bit of just one of the shockers of the year, man. North Texas, man, they're playing some good ball. And I think they're definitely going to hurt South Alabama. So I'm gonna go with North Texas.
All right, so let's go to Bowling Green and Ohio. They're playing in Athens, which, by the way, if you guys need tickets, they're as low as $5. Get your tickets while you can. But I think Ohio, and we've talked about this several times. I think Ohio wins. I could see like a 28-24 type score.
Go Green. Oh, yep. I agree with you, man. The Bobcats. I think the Bobcats are going to come through, man, and just they're not going to, well, I think they're going to come through and hit a strike. Get it? Bowling Green. But nah, man, I can see Ohio winning this game 28-14, something like that.
I like it. Utah State, Vanderbilt. Whew. Again, folks, Vanderbilt, for the longest time, they were good on even years and they were bad on odd years. This is an odd year. If they win, they're 5-0. And Vanderbilt is the absolute biggest favorite in this one. They're favored by 23.5 points. I'm going to say Vanderbilt actually, God, could this be a 30? I could see this being a 34-7 type score in favor of Vanderbilt.
Man, Utah State it hasn't been a good year for Utah State. Let's just put it like that, man. It's not been a good year for Utah State, with the whole thing,
with everything with them, really.
Yeah,
they're still looking for an AD, by the way. If you're interested in applying, they are looking for an athletic director.
Yeah. And that's the campus old buddy got right?
No, that's Utah Valley. That's like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's Utah Valley. Okay. Well, the state of Utah has not been good. The best thing that happened in the state of Utah this year so far is AJ DeBanza, number 1 overall recruit that's going to be playing basketball there this season. Man, I'm going to go with Vanderbilt here. Vanderbilt's been playing well. What can you do? They've been playing good football. So I'm shocked that I'm saying that, but
I was about to say, when was the last time you could say that?
It wasn't during the duration of this show. I'll tell you that much. So yeah, man, gotta go with Vanderbilt here. I can see Vanderbilt winning this one. Give me 38-14.
I like it. Number 1, Ohio State is traveling to Seattle to take on University of Washington, and while they're only favored by 8.5, it's going to be a really fun game to watch. But I think Ohio State can pull it off, 28-24 kind of score. What do you think?
I agree with you, man. But I think Ohio State's going to win by a lot more than that.
Ooh, wow, really?
I think Ohio State is just solid all around. We know about the dynamic receivers. And we know they'll run the ball. So, I just think there'll be a little too much for Washington. I got Ohio State winning this one. Man, give me 38-21.
Oh, wow. All right. Number 4, LSU playing at Oxford, Mississippi at number 13, Ole Miss. I actually think Ole Miss is going to win this one. I'm going to say 31-28. It's going to be a really close game regardless. What do you think?
Are they playing at LSU or are they playing at Ole Miss?
Ole Miss.
I'm going to go with Ole Miss as well on this one. I think, I don't think this is a good matchup for LSU. If they were playing at home, then
this could be a trap game theoretically, couldn't it?
Yeah. I just don't see it. I see Ole Miss winning this one at the end by field goal, 24-21.
Number 11, Indiana. They're traveling to Iowa City, Iowa to take on the Hawkeyes. And Indiana is favored. I'm going to say 28-24 Indiana. What do you think? Because Iowa doesn't score, so.
Yeah. I am going to go with Indiana on this one. I think Indiana is going to put the pressure on their offense to have to score, make them have to score. I just don't. I just don't think Iowa is really good or capable of playing from behind right now. So I'm gonna go Indiana. Give me 28-21.
So we're kind of in the same boat. All right, so this next game is going to be Mike Gundy's first. It's the first game Oklahoma State has played without Gundy on the sidelines. They're playing host to Baylor. Baylor is heavily favored. I'm going to go along with the agreements on this one and give Baylor the win. I'm going to say 33-14.
I can see something like that. Baylor's definitely going to win this game. More of like a 28-14 type thing. So, give or take a touchdown, a couple field goals here and there. But I'm going to go Baylor too.
Akron, the Zips are taking on Toledo. Look, Toledo was favored at one point to possibly crash the college football playoff realm. They're not going to do it now. But, MAC teams in general, they don't really get the opportunity. But Toledo is heavily favored. I'm going to say Toledo wins 45-7.
Yep. It'll be something like that, man. Toledo's going to come through. I hate it for the Zips, but Toledo's going to zip their right up out of here. So, yeah, man. I give me a 38-7 game.
New Mexico State taking on New Mexico. They're playing in Albuquerque. This is a heavily touted rivalry. Which, by the way, folks. If you don't remember, back in the day, you were guaranteed to watch every New Mexico and New Mexico State game on TV because they were always on ESPN Plus. I loved watching it, of course, watching Hal Mummy be on the sidelines. But this is going to be a fun game to watch. It is at 4:00 Eastern, so it'll be 2:00 their time. I'm actually going to, you know what, Matt? I'm going to say this, and I don't say this often. Give me New Mexico on this one. I think New Mexico is going to beat New Mexico State, but I think it's going to be like a last-second type touchdown, like a 28-21 type game. What do you think?
This is the one where I'm like, coin flip. Give me New Mexico State on this one. I don't know. Man, this one is tough. I'm gonna go with New Mexico State. No explanation. But I think the score. I agree. It is gonna be a close game. I just think New Mexico is gonna make a crucial mistake at the end. I just got a feeling. So I'm gonna say New Mexico State wins. Give me 27-30.
So we're both kind of in the same boat. It's gonna be close. All right, this next one. We have been high on Tulane for a long time. Tulane is traveling to Tulsa to take on Tulsa. Tulane is heavily favored. But Tulsa is not a pushover. But with that being said, 38-24, Tulane beats Tulsa. What do you think?
Yeah, Tulsa's not a pushover, but they're going to be a pushover that day. Tomorrow, Tulane's going to beat them. I don't have no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So 28-14, but I'm going to give it to Tulane.
Hawaii takes on Air Force. This is a covenant rivalry that goes on. I understand Air Force's favorite, and look, Hawaii struggles regularly on the road, but I think Hawaii actually pulls the win, and I can see a 28-24 type game.
I'm gonna have to go with the Air Force here. I think the Air Force might be a little too disciplined for Hawaii. Hawaii's are still. Is that freshman quarterback still playing for Hawaii? What's his name?
Michael Alejado. Yeah, Alejado. He's slated to start.
He's okay. So he's back. Well, it depends on him, man. Right now, I'm gonna go with Air Force, but it really just depends on him and how he plays, how he adjusts to that defense. Air Force is very disciplined. They're not gonna make too many mistakes on the defensive side of the ball. They know what you want to do. We'll see what Hawaii can do, but I'm gonna go with Air Force on this one. I think Air Force wins this one, 21-17.
I will tell you this: if Air Force gets down by 2 touchdowns or more quick, it's almost impossible for that type of offense to come back.
Option.
Yeah, it's that option.
But if they get that lead on you,
then it's hard to really come back and
because they're gonna have that ball in 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, they're gonna run that clock. Yep, exactly. This is the game of all games. Oregon, they're traveling to Happy Valley, and it's gonna be a whiteout conditions. Penn State, this is gonna be a fun game. Dante Moore, though, man, I'm telling you right now, if Oregon wins this game, you might as well go ahead and start considering them being a CFP type opponent. I think Oregon wins this game. I could see it. This is going to be a really good scoring game. I say 38-35. Oregon wins this game. What do you think?
I'll do you one better, man. I say 41-38. Oregon wins. I think they're going to go back and forth. I think they're going to put up a lot of points. But I have to give it to Oregon. 41-38.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Alabama, Georgia. They're playing in Athens. This is called the Between the Hedges. I think Alabama wins this one, Matt. I don't care that UGA is favored. I think Alabama absolutely wins. I could see it being a 20. I'm gonna give an odd score 29-17. Alabama wins. What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you just how this Alabama Georgia stuff always goes. UGA is gonna come out and hit him in the mouth for the first half. Alabama's not gonna know what hit him. UGA will probably be up 21-7 at half. The game will end in overtime. This will be an overtime game because it always is. And I think Alabama's going to take it in overtime by the first getting that 2-point conversion and then stopping UGA from getting a 2-point conversion. So I got Alabama winning in overtime.
Exactly. All right, Kentucky taking on South Carolina. I understand. I get it. I totally get it. But I think Kentucky actually is going to win. I say 27-24. Kentucky wins. What do you think?
Who's the team that mollywopped South Carolina a couple weeks ago?
Vanderbilt.
Who's the team that mollywopped South Carolina a couple weeks ago?
Everybody.
No, you had it right the first time. Vanderbilt. Hey, I'm gonna go with Kentucky.
Got your tongue right.
I'm gonna go on Kentucky on this one, man. I think Kentucky wins this one 34-21.
Whew. All right. Last two. Louisiana Tech. They're going to El Paso, Texas to take on University of Texas El Paso. UTEP is 1-3. Louisiana Tech is 3-1. However, it's only a 2-point favorite swing. I want UTEP to win. I really do, because this is their last year. They're playing in Conference USA, then they're going on to the Mountain West. But give me Louisiana Tech. I think Louisiana Tech is going to win 28-14.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one. I think Louisiana Tech's gonna win. Give me 28-21 though.
Last game, BYU is taking. I'm mad. I'm relishing this one. They're taking on Colorado. I think BYU absolutely lays the hammer against them, and I could see like a 45-17 type game.
This is the one game of the year that Deion's not supposed to win, that he's going to win. I'm going to go with Colorado on this one. Watch. I think Colorado wins this one 34-28. But every year, since Deion's been there, man, they beat a team they're not supposed to beat. So they did TCU that year when he first got there. Last year, I can't remember who it was last year. Whatever. But I think they'll beat BYU, man. So I'm going to go with Colorado here.
All right, and then like we promised you guys, we're going to give you two FCS matchups. Michael Vick, Norfolk State. They're traveling to Staten Island to take on Wagner. Wagner is 0-4. However, Norfolk State's 1-3. I'm going to actually say Norfolk State gets Michael Vick their second win. I'm going to say 35-0 because Wagner has not scored much.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Norfolk State's going to win. But Michael Vick being competitor and being as fair as he is and a reasonable person, I think they're going to let the foot off the gas in the fourth quarter. He's going to have his benching to get the guys some reps. So I say they win 28-7.
Ooh, wow. All right, this last game, South Dakota, as you guys heard, we were talking about them earlier. South Dakota is taking on North Dakota State. They're in the Fargo Dome. Man, it's going to be a fun matchup, but give me North Dakota State 35-17. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going North Dakota State here too, man. I just think they have a little bit too much offensively for South Dakota. So yeah, I will say 24-14 now.
It's going to be a lot of fun regardless. Look, guys, there's so many great matchups that are out there. Obviously, West Georgia taking on Southern Utah. West Georgia, if they win, they're 5-0. That's a phenomenal job by them. Absolutely phenomenal job on West Georgia. So proud of them. I mean, literally, guys, like we just said, they're on the verge of moving up already, and they just started a few years ago, kind of thing. Like, congratulations goes out to West Georgia. Absolutely proud. By the way, Matt, I got to give a quick shout out to Utah Valley. Not Utah Valley, I'm sorry. Texas Rio Grande Valley. That's what I'm trying to say. This is their inaugural season. They're 4-0. They've waxed the floor with literally everybody except one game when they won by 4. It's just shout out to them. Absolutely. All right. So guys, now we're going to do our favorite segment of the show. And that is our honorable mentions. I'm really excited about the honorable mentions. It's a lot of fun to cover these things. But, my first honorable mention, Matt, I'm going to go shout out to the G5 conferences. That's the group of 5 conferences. Why? Yeah. Well, teams came to play this season: South Florida, North Texas. I just mentioned Texas Grand Rio Valley. And shout out, by the way, also to the first timers who are making a name for themselves. I'm so excited that the little boys, as they call them, they're starting to get their just desserts, and they're coming to show people, hey, we're here and we're real. What's your first honorable mention?
My first honorable mention, man, is going to go to Jordan Davis from the Eagles, man. He ended up being the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week, and that's coming from somebody who's your starting D tackle or one of your starting defensive linemen out here. He blocked the game-winning field goal attempt and returned the block for a touchdown to seal the Eagles' win.
Yep. He was like gliding as he was running all the way.
Yeah, it was a crazy play. He blocked it and then was able to scoop it up and run it back for a touchdown. That's insanely hard to do. Okay, again, one of the UGA guys, man. So, man, that's Jordan Davis, man. That's going to be my first honorable mention.
And last time I looked, Jordan Davis was outrunning the Athens-Clarke County Police. Just saying that.
Wow.
Because, Athens-Clarke County in Georgia are synonymous with speeding. My next one is, according to ESPN and even Fox Sports, some college football teams that rarely are mentioned have the best odds to crash the college football playoffs. Well, who are they? I'm so happy you asked, hypothetical listener. North Texas has a 91.3% chance to make the college football playoffs. South Florida is mentioned on there. They're at 15.1%, but that's a real good chance. How about this, man? This is going to shout out to our good guy, Hank. University of Memphis is at 89% chance to possibly crash. And then, Matt, we're going to give a shout out to your guys, Georgia Tech. Now, the odds of them going undefeated are pretty good at 32.9, but they have an 81, and they have a chance to be in the top as one of the top 4. Like, that's pretty phenomenal for Georgia Tech.
It is.
Congratulations goes out to everybody who's making a name for themselves, as they should, because they're quality. They absolutely are quality. So what's your next one?
My next one is I'm sticking in football. It goes to Isaiah Rodgers, who's a defensive back for the Vikings. He also ended up getting the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. I think he's the only player to do this, or one of the handful of players to do this, but he had a crazy stat line. He had an 87-yard interception return for a touchdown, then a 66-yard fumble return for a touchdown, and then he also forced another fumble. So, he not only made 2 defensive touchdowns, but he did both in like big, huge runs, man.
I bet he was exhausted.
Yeah, so shout out to Isaiah Rodgers, man, for the Vikings NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
My next one, this one's actually kind of touted to you as well, Matt. Shout out to the following days, October 7th and October the 21st. Why are these days being mentioned, Matt? And you know why one of them is being mentioned. But on October the 7th, the first regular season game in the NHL happens. And guess what follows on October the 21st, Matt? Who is the next league that starts on October the 21st?
Got the NBA.
Yeah, the NBA starts. Oh, so excited. Which, according to ESPN, this most likely is LeBron's last year playing. That there's a real high probability he retires. If it happens, great, on a fantastic career. Just don't go around saying Bronny James this, Matt, and Bronny James that, which I'm sure your next your next honorable mention would be Bronny James if I had to, pull a rabbit out of my hat. But what's your next honorable mention?
Really? Come on, Brandon, you're doing too much, man. Now, my next honorable mention is Bronny James. I want to say,
I knew it.
oh man, come on, guys! As you see, I'm happy that football's back, so I'm sticking with the NFL, man. This is my last one.
You can have one more if you want.
Well, I'll just knock these two out, man. Well, this is the last one. This one will be good. That's cool. We're gonna go with Jonathan Taylor again, man, from the Colts. Jonathan Taylor and the Colts again. Guys, got to give props for props to do, man. I mean, and the Colts are balling. I mean, it is what it is. Jonathan Taylor had 102 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Over in the win over Tennessee. Second week in a row, he's taking home the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. That's back to back, awards for him. So shout out to Jonathan Taylor and the Indianapolis Colts. It's crazy, man. Who would have thought? You sit Richardson, you start Danny Dimes, and you're off to the races. So,
which is so weird to say, by the way.
Yeah, man. So shout out to the Colts.
I like
what
it.
Team, what team is that lady? It keeps showing that lady on the sideline.
She's the Jim Irsay's daughter.
Oh, okay. So it's for the Colts. Oh,
yeah.
There you go. Oh boy, I bet she's taking all that glory. It's because of me. It's because of me, and I'm on the sideline.
Well, if you look, she's on the sideline. She's making notes heavily. So,
congratulations
goes out to her. I mean, the Colts. You're right. Who would have thunk it? Get rid of Anthony Richards, and the team absolutely does better. I mean, just saying. My next one is shout out to the following people and why. There's 4 of them there, but number 4, our good friend Brian Pettit for being a special guest contributor and the new member of the Sportz Nutz. Number 3 would be John McDaniel of the Pitch Grid podcast for being our soccer expert. This one is going out to our next one is going out to our guy Shane Owen for coming up with these new and fresh, engaging ideas. And guess what? The number 1 is going to go out to my man sitting next to me, Matt Thomas. First off, for being my friend for 23 years and being Addison's godfather, and also for doing this show with me. Guys, we are at 3,074 subscribers on YouTube, 1,200 followers on Facebook. Instagram, we're at 878. TikTok, we just have surpassed 584. Twitter, we're knocking on the door of 600. So absolutely give a shout out to all 4 of those members for generating the massive amount of success that we've had. And we're not done yet because, Matt, season 5 is going to be even more electric, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I'm going to go over my coffee routine in the morning with you guys, and we're going to display coffees and see which is the better coffee, right?
We're not doing the cereal either, okay?
No, I'm just playing, man. Yeah, man.
I love that you did it and you knew exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, man. Season, as we come through these seasons here, we're gonna have to start making more breaks between these seasons, man. We need it. We're getting older. We're getting a little longer in the tooth, a little longer in the tooth here, man. So
I'm the oldest one, by the way.
Due to the labor laws and stuff, Brandon, I feel like
the labor laws.
I feel that
I
we
ask
need
you
2
for
weeks.
3 hours a week. Come on.
We need 2 weeks, man. We need 2 weeks between seasons. Nah, man. I love doing this thing, man. You know what it is, man. We can talk about sports and people listen, man. I don't care if we have one. If we have one fan,
listening.
Yeah, somebody listening, man. So, I don't really get involved into the numbers like that. I don't really care about the numbers like that. And I'm trying to get Brandon to not care about the numbers like that, guys, but he has to approach it in a business sense. I get it. But, man, it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun thing that we do, man. It helps us get away from life and helps us kind of focus on the sports aspect of it. Now if we can only get a fantasy draft right, we'll be all right.
Which, by the way, I'm tied with you for first place. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
It's not the same. It's not a money league, so it's not the same. It don't hit the same. Speaking of that, I forgot to put my parlays in today. Dang. Anyways, yeah. Let's go with that.
Hey, real quick, I want to give also a shout out to my mother. For those who don't know, my stepdad has supranuclear palsy. It's a degenerative brain disease that is 1,000 times worse than Alzheimer's and dementia together. And I was just down there for the week. And hold your loved ones close. You never know what tomorrow will bring, or even the next day will bring for you. And my mom, she's been a real trooper. It's a lot of work taking care of somebody, let alone themselves. So my mom's done a really good job. But hold your loved ones close, and it means differently, And by the way, also give a shout out to Aspen for being a real trooper. Yes, she had to spend time with that, and she loves spending time with her daddy. That makes me smile 1,000 times over, is getting to spend time with my girls. And Aspen just, Matt, it melts my heart. She says the things that she says. She's dad. My stock is 3,000,000% with Aspen. Well, she said a new word today. Oh, this week actually. Everybody knows we have a dog named Stella. Well, what do you think her first time ever saying was? She goes, Ella. So she calls Stella Ella. That's her doggy, and she got excited seeing her doggy on FaceTime. Got excited seeing, of course, mommy. Mommy is her girl, and man, if you guys are not parents, Matt will tell you this true. This is a true fact. Being a parent, it means so much more, but it's even better when you're a girl dad. I'm the girl dad times 4, and I love every minute of my girls. I think they're the best. Even though they know how to anger people and upset us, I love them more than life itself. My daughter Addison is my world. She is she's my firstborn. She is naturally spoiled more. I love her to death. But Eastlyn, y'all, this girl, she's really overcome a lot. And she's just a bundle of joy. And I love every minute of Eastlyn and what she is, accomplishing. Which, by the way, my daughter Eastlyn loves being a kid, and I love seeing her excited to go to school. She goes to mommy's school now, which is Lakes and Bridges Charter School in Easley. She is just so full of energy and light. And when she gets her work back and she's done really good, she is beyond excited to tell us. And really? I love it. And then Holden is doing fantastic. She has great friends. Of course, she's also had the same teacher now going on 2 years in a row, but she's just a bubbly little girl and just amazing. But then, of course, my baby girl, Aspen. I love every minute of my kids. So if you guys can relate, give us a thumbs up. Matt and I absolutely, we love being girl dads, and it's just the best. Guys, we have had a jam-packed episode. Thank you to everybody who tuned in. I know it was kind of a slow night, but it's okay. Shane's also, he is doing his thing, and I don't care. Let Shane have fun. Let Shane live. He has done so much for this show, and it means a lot to us. That he's taking a night off and going and enjoying his time with his family, and that's all that matters. Guys, we are looking for sponsors, people who would like to be a sponsor of the show. Let me know. We do have great sponsorship packages that can help us grow and to make us get even better and have even better realistic goals. Now we are currently running deals for advertising as well with the Sportz Nutz. We're the best rates in the country, if you don't mind us saying. And if you would like to contribute to the growth of our show, you can do one of the few things. Okay, one is you can donate to the show. We absolutely accept donations. All you gotta do is just send myself or Matt or Shane a message on any of the social media platforms. Hey, I'd like to donate, and we will get you set up for it. Matt will have everything. He will help facilitate that as well. And then this way, that will help us grow even faster and get more things to help better the show. Hey, Ralph just said he has a daughter who is mentally challenged. But you know what, though, Ralph? You're in her eyes, you're the best, and that's all that matters. Being a girl dad rocks 200%. Shout out to you, Ralph. Shout out to all the girl dads out there. And then the second one is what ways you can help us grow is send us some ideas of topics that you would like for us to cover, and we will absolutely listen, and we will find the best submission for the topic. Now, I will tell you this is a very true thing. The best submission is going to win a segment on our show. And Matt is even going to create a little intro clip for you, welcoming you to be a special guest on our show. So it's once you get an opportunity to come and debate with us, we absolutely love it. We welcome any and everybody to come in there, as long as you do not say derogatory comments, negative, or curse words, that kind of stuff. Because this is a G-rated show. We are live on the radio, and we want people to enjoy continuing to listen to the quality content that we have. So we're just a lot going on. Like I said, I mentioned to you guys before, next Tuesday, which is the 30th of September, it is episode 155. It is the season 4 finale of the Sportz Nutz. We have the Kentucky Barrels Arena football team coming on. Now, we will still do the Pick'em challenge. What I need you to do is just message me on email, giving me your name, and your I'll have your email, but then like that you want to join. And what I'll do is I'll send you the Pick'ems every week. And then we will return Tuesday, October the 7th for season 5. Man, I can't believe we have gone through this many episodes, man. We're at 154 exactly. Oof. We have made it. That's pretty good feat. And Matt, you even alluded to this before, that not many shows in general, they last over 150 episodes, and we ain't done yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't make it like that, man. So a lot of shows don't make it in general, no matter the topic. A lot of shows just don't get there like that, man. So yeah, we'll keep on churning out another 150, and we'll keep on going until the wheels fall off.
Which they won't. Because, by the way, folks, in case you also have forgotten, the Sportz Nutz is slated. All 4 of us will be slated to go out to, opening day at new Aloha Stadium, University of Hawaii. So we're going to start hyping up more as it gets closer to it. But we will be going out to the University of Hawaii, and we will be broadcasting 2 episodes, if not 3, out there in the state of Hawaii. So it's going to be a lot of fun. With that being said, for everybody who tuned in tonight, thank you guys 1,000 times over. Shout out to our good friend Ralph Williams of RW Media. If you guys haven't had the opportunity yet, please do so. This is him right here. Go hit subscribe on his YouTube channel, and if you guys can, also follow him on Twitter. Help him help him continue to grow. He provides great content, has a lot of great opportunities. He's actually just going to He's going to also be doing radio with 95.5 KFCE and Tiger Nation. Yes. So you'll get to see him on there. And then also, we have a good friend. His name is Pensman Sports. Yes. Matt actually had the privilege of talking to him today. But help him grow. Let's try and get him to 1,000 subscribers. I think he only needs 20. So let's try and get him to 1,000 subscribers at Pensman Sports. He's a really good guy. I enjoy talking with him. He's come on our show a couple times. Now our next guy that I'm going to give a shout out to is Brian Pettit of Tiger Stripes Media, our newest special guest contributor to the show, which he will come on once in a while to talk NASCAR, Clemson, and whatever else, because he is extremely knowledgeable. So give him a shout out if you guys can, and maybe go follow him as well on Twitter, on TikTok, Instagram, wherever, because Brian's a great guy. We absolutely enjoy having him on there. He means a lot to us. Everybody means a lot to us, but it just means differently having our friends here to help us grow. So with that being said, for Shane, as he always tells you guys, love one each other, and may the good Lord bless you in peace, love, and bacon grease. Matt, what do you tell everybody to do, sir?
Same old, guys. Weekend's coming up. You want to just make sure you take care of business, play by the rules, don't do anything crazy. You don't want the whoops coming after you, man, because if they come after you, it's not gonna be a good weekend. So just moderately intake your alcohol. Respect everybody out there when you go places, and have some respect for yourself, guys. It's not hard. Don't get flagged.
Yeah, don't get flagged in the game. And look, by the way, folks, if you live in the upstate, if you live in North Carolina, and if you live in Georgia, they're cracking down on distracted driving. And I can tell you today, coming back from Atlanta to home in South Carolina, that's all I saw were a lot of whoops out there.
Out there, boy.
People left and right.
They are out there.
Keep your nose clean. And if you're going to partake in some adult libations, go right ahead. I don't care. Matt and I, we encourage that, but do it at home. And if you feel like you need to go out, you know what the best option to do, Matt, is call a ride share and go ahead and get that plan or have a DD available. Just do not get behind the wheel drunk. So, guys, as I always tell you, peace up. A-Town down. Why it's the greatest sports city there ever was. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy some quality sports this weekend. You have the Ryder Cup. Yes, I know U.S. looked kind of dead in the water right now today with Europe really absolutely waxing the floor with America. But you know, the Ryder Cup still goes. Enjoy watching some Ryder Cup. Hey, our good friend Brian Snow Multimedia right now is doing the play-by-play of the Las Vegas Aces and the Indiana Fever. Check them out. Pretty cool to listen on that one. And then, yeah, guys, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy sports. You have a large list of college football going on. You have NFL. Just have fun. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a wonderful evening and good night.